Alright, time for a new episode, and I'm gonna show what I kind of didn't show in the last episode. So I did mention in one episode, I'm not quite sure which one because it was literally a year ago, or even more, that when the game was in beta or early access at least, you could choose difficulty level, and in there Joanna was either shown normal or with like black eyes and just really strange. So look at the top right corner right now. Here is just a normal Joanna in the normal files, okay? So what if we go for X mode, which is the hard mode of this game? That's what I'm talking about. Man, I'm so happy that this small detail is still in the game, because it looks so cool, man. In the past it was like a bit like how she's shown in the menu. Wait, let me just go back to the save of ours. Like, it wasn't a rectangle, it was just full-sized Joanna with, you know, these black and red eyes. I know, it was so cool. So discovering that it's still in the game is really neat. But okay, I did some stuff off camera, and by that I don't mean I actually played the game. Oh god, no. I wouldn't be willing to do that without recording. When editing the last episode, I kinda realized how big of a mess the whole bank system I have. So what I did is just take every item I have in my bank, go to this guy and check out, hey, can I use this item for something? And I did that for every item I have in the bank, so now every item there should be something that's actually useful for me to craft with, because you can craft with all of these items anywhere you are. So we should be doing way better this episode, because I don't have a mess here. I can just use these items. I know what I want to go for, because I know that I'm lacking a rock for an item that I want to craft. So yeah, that's gonna be today's goal. And before we start, when editing the last episode, I kind of just written down some topics I want to talk about on my phone that I just missed. But before that, I want to go to the transmute girl, because I have a lot of garbage in my inventory that I don't really need. And we don't really need to keep any of these items, because we have the maxed out machine that allows me to just get any item I want. The only problem is gonna be that Falcone won't have an useful item. But that's not really a problem if I die, so let's just get to the transmute girl and just change all the items. Okay, here she is. And it was kinda interesting to discover that purple synthesis gem is literally just that. It's a purple quality synthesis gem that you cannot use in crafts. I thought it was a craftable item for something. But okay, I also watched some of my previous episodes, because I don't know, this is just rewatching some old stuff. And I discovered that the place left, place right, it wasn't on the PlayStation controller. Like, in this menu, there wasn't the equip with LB and equip Falcone with RB. It wasn't on the controller. So me saying that I don't remember this mechanic, yeah, it actually wasn't in the freaking game, because I was playing with a different controller. It was so dumb. I wonder if I can just change my controller for a second, wait. There's a possibility that they patched it and it's gonna be fine. But let me just check it out. Let me remove my controller. Oh, it's a different cable, right. God damn it, I guess I won't be able to do that. Shame. But yeah, discovering that fact was so weird, man. Because I was like, how did I not discover this when I was playing the game, editing the game, rewatching the game? Meanwhile, now I suddenly realized it instantly. And then I discovered that it wasn't with the PlayStation controller. How did they fuck up so much? It's hilarious. But okay, I remember sorting all these items by I don't need them in my inventory, so I'm just gonna remove them. The last 3 items here are the items that I want to train. And these potions, I'm not quite sure where I kept them. And this black crystal core, I'm assuming it's for some crafting, and I just didn't realize that I have some inventory in my bank. But okay, let's see what we get. Okay, I'm pretty sure we had that already. Okay, we used that in the last episodes. Okay, breath. The most powerful gun created using the power of crystals. Okay, It appears to be a better sniper rifle, I would assume. Oh, that's one of the items that I wanted to create today. Orochimaru. A fire blade with powerful teeth. Okay. I think I need more of these. I'm not quite sure though. Okay, I know we got that because it's a really common item. Although I don't want to remove this item. I really like it. I guess we don't have anything else to remove then, besides these two. Another new item. 510W missile. Packs a punch. Is that an ultimate? Sub-weapon. Okay, it does way more damage than I would assume a sub-weapon would do. Okay, but let me go back to the guy here so I can check out if I need more of these. Okay, so this one crafts 2 different weapons. Okay, so I guess the quest to craft this item is... This item also crafts something. And this crafts 3 items. Okay, I need to check out if we have that. Yeah, this one... I think I'm gonna just keep it in my bank then. So let me organize here a bit and then we can just go back to the topics I wanted to talk about actually. Oh, I already have 3 beads. Okay, I guess we can remove this one then. Not as useful as I thought it's gonna be. Gonna throw it out later. But I'm kind of surprised how many items we got. I thought we kind of don't need any more. Or at least we cannot get too much more items. But here we are, suddenly 3 new items. In the first 5 minutes of the game. Alright. And despite me being kinda critical of this weapon at the start of the special, I kinda like it. I just started using it and I'm just stuck with it. I didn't level up this fully. Okay, let's get it done. Also this and this. So many little items that I didn't level up. Wait, what? What? Hook, harpoon. Ah yes, 2 totally different items, man. Used to pull enemies toward yourself. Used to pull aerial enemies towards yourself. Yeah, yes. Completely different weapon, bro. You cannot even compare them. It was my bad that I did. But okay. Oh, I guess I won't be using my... It's not a katana. Odachi. Is Odachi the item that's literally a katana but like 2 meters long, so it's really non-useful to use in a battle without someone helping you behind? But okay, we're gonna be going back. The first thing we're gonna be doing is going back to the forest, because I kinda wanna have a chill environment to talk about stuff, and later we can go back to... No, we won't be going back, we'll be going first time to the fire zone, which I wasn't in for a while. But first I want to get the rock that I was talking about, because I wanted to craft this weapon. Okay, that's kinda sick. I wanted to craft this weapon, but I guess we have it already, so I'm gonna craft another version of it. Let me move this here, and I don't want to lose a potion like this. Yeah, rest can stay. Oh, I guess I can delete Odachi then. Okay. Unless it's used for crafting, okay. When I discovered that I can just check every item for crafting, I got so excited, I guess. Just checking out every item. Okay, it's not useful at all. A shame. I guess you can have it then. And another useless item, I guess. Okay, this one is even worse. Okay, this one is useless as well, but like... I kinda don't want to remove it. There are some items that I want to keep, because they are useful. Let's keep all of these, and the top row is gonna be the items that I want to remove. Okay, I think we're all set up. Let's just check the shop, because there were some cool items. Not this time though. Okay, so I've written down all the things I wanna talk about in a list, because I don't want to suddenly ramble about random topics in this video. So, okay, topics for this video. Topic number 1, politics. Wait, politics? Oh wait, no. Oh, those are topics to talk about in a family gathering. Okay, no. Wrong list. Okay, so first topic I wanted to talk about is gonna be a continuation of the last episode. Hell yeah! And it is the Shure SM7B. Okay, in the last episode I talked that I don't want to buy a new microphone because, you know, I have mine, I'm fine with it. I don't think I'm gonna find... Oh, this weapon is kinda cool. I'm fine with it. I kinda don't really need to have a new one. But after recording the last episode, I was watching Dunk Pods, I think he's called. And that was an episode about... Do old microphones lose quality over time? I didn't really have anything in mind when watching that episode. So the video was about buying some used version of a microphone and then buying a new version and checking out if the old one and the new one are the same, or do the microphones degrade over time. And the first microphone he showed was a bit of a staple in the microphone industry. It was basically the first thing you think about a microphone. That's literally the thing he was talking about. Even the image of a microphone in your mind should be the exact microphone that he was talking about. So I'm kind of looking at that, I'm like, cool, don't care, but it's a fun little fun fact, okay? The next microphone he showed was Shure SMB7, and he was saying that this microphone was basically a staple of microphones since 1970s. It wasn't basically changed since then. If you think about any podcast or gaming videos, this is basically what everyone is using, and it's a, you know, a staple endgame for many people. So after watching that video, I was like, cool, kinda didn't care about the topic too much. I'm fine where I am right now. So I'm like, okay, you know what, let's watch some Raren playing Hearthstone. Yeah, I think that's gonna make my day a bit better. So I'm watching Raren playing Hearthstone, and I'm like, wait a minute, I recognize that microphone. Wait, isn't that... Wait, that is the... Okay. You know what, let's watch someone else. Let's watch... I don't know, Shunidu or... Sunidu? You know what, let's watch some Sunidu, or... How do you pronounce his name? I think... Yeah, this video... I actually wasn't too interested in them. Let's watch some of that. Wait a minute, this is the exact same microphone... Okay, never mind. I'm kinda more interested in, like, topics about... I don't know, money like right now. Let's just watch some Marketing Monday by Aatrox. Wait a fucking that's the same micro... Okay, you know what, never mind. I just want to have some news about the world. You know what, I don't really care about games or marketing right now. It's just content that I am not interested in. Oh god fucking damn it. Wait, that's the exact same microphone. Okay, you know what, fuck it, that convinced me. Let's check out how much this microphone costs. Okay, I mean, yeah, it's professional microphone. It's not really for a hobby. Yeah, I mean, it's the staple since 70s. Yeah, the price maybe is reasonable. I don't know, maybe, but you know what, the cost maybe high, maybe a bit too much. But you know what, it's the end game. After this microphone, there's nothing else. Literally nothing else that's gonna be better than it. You know what? Maybe in a couple months, sure. I can be interested in it. Oh wait, the microphone is a professional quality microphone, so it needs some audio interface for it. I mean, sure, I'm sure that hardware is gonna cost like, I don't know, 10-20% of the cost of microphone. It's gonna be How much? Yeah, I mean... 50% is also good. You know what, fine. Yeah, 50, okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, that also seems reasonable, okay. You know what, fuck it. It needs a good interface because it's a quiet microphone, and it needs an interface that's gonna make it sound way louder, okay, yeah. Yeah, sure, I guess it's a reasonable price. Oh wait, the microphone doesn't have a boom arm. I mean, how much can a boom... How much? Freaking how much? Okay, yeah. You know what? Sure. I mean, yeah, it needs to hold the microphone and... Yeah, sure. Sorry, I might sound like I'm out of breath. Okay. You know what? All those combined, yeah, sure, it does sound like a lot, but like, it's the end game, bro. It's the end game. Oh wait, it also needs a cable? Oh, okay. I mean, it's a cable. It's gonna be like 1% of the... What? It's not 1% of the cost. What the fuck is this? the Rode are supposed to have cheap items. Cheap and reliable cable. Yeah, my ass. Sorry. Okay, I think I found finally an item that's 10 to 20% cost of the microphone. That's a positive, right? So yeah, that was an interesting adventure to come and see all of these things ramping up in cost somehow. But yeah, I think I'm gonna, despite how fucking ridiculously costly that is, I think I'm gonna buy it in like 2 to 3 months maybe. Like, fucking hell, man. That is so much. But okay, let's go back to the topic of why I did the choices I did, okay? Because there is a lot of choice that you can have, and just going for all of these expensive items seems kinda ridiculous, especially with how I was in the past episode. So okay, let's look item by item and see my decision making and why I chose the decision that I did. Shure SMB7, Shure SM7B, sure, it's the microphone that's basically in use since 70s. It's really popular, it's really good in quality, and I could go for something cheaper, of course, or something else, but the cost is like this, in my opinion. It's gonna cost me more right now, but if I just went from microphone to microphone to microphone just to have slightly better quality over time, sure, it would have made more sense I want something better right now. But you know, the quality of my audio would go up slightly, meanwhile the cost would just ramp up rapidly. And yeah, it's better to just spend money once and just be done with it, especially if something is since the 70s, which means, yeah, if I'm gonna have it, no way I'm gonna replace it anytime. Like, no fucking way I'm replacing that in my lifetime, probably. So, the cost of the microphone seems absurd, but looking how I'm not gonna replace it anytime, it's reasonable, okay? It's professional quality, sure. Whatever, man. Now for the other items, the interface. So there's a lot of choice in the matter, of course. A lot of it cheaper, a lot of it more expensive, but the specific one I want to get is... I chose it because I've heard that the Generation 4 is the first generation that is good enough for the Shure SM7B to be loud enough for you to just reasonably use it. Because let's look at the example of Raran again. He uses this little red thing on his microphone, okay? And I'm assuming that's an amplifier because he has too quiet of an interface, so he needs something that makes it a bit louder. So no, I kinda don't want something that to happen, especially because it's another element between your microphone and the computer, so it's another point of failure that can just not work. So okay, the only thing that seems strange to choose with this interface that I could say is gonna be the 2i2 option, because the 2i2 basically means it has basically two inputs for a microphone or a guitar or some other instrument. And yeah, this means it's gonna be a bit more expensive, and for me right now it kinda doesn't make any sense to do that. But if at any point in my future I want to play like a instrument or something, like sure, it's a really weird thing to have right now, but it's a small price to pay for something that it's better to have than to just discover in the future that I don't have it. Oh fuck. It's okay. It's not too reasonable to do, but I don't mind adding just a little bit extra to have this little added bonus. Wait, what is this? Is this the shoulder pad of the Dragon? Okay. Not a lot of items that I can find useful right now. It's okay. Those two choices seem reasonable right now. Let's go back to... what was it? The boom arm. And here, yes, I could go for something way cheaper, man. Like, something that's literally like the 10th of the price. Or even... or slightly higher. But... okay, hear me out on this one. I don't want to go cheap on a boom arm that's gonna be holding my fucking expensive microphone only to have it fall and shatter. Like, sure, I'm willing to go cheap on like on anything on my keyboard or something else, but like, going cheap on something that's gonna hold something so expensive is not a good idea, and I can even tell that. So yeah, but there was a lot of choice when it comes to the boom arms. I kinda chose the PSA 1 Plus, but there was a lot of choices. The first one that kind of got my attention was the PSA basic one. I kinda looked at it, I was like, it's alright, not too interested. Maybe some other choice is gonna be better. Then there was like a Gator, I think was the boom arm called. And this one really sparked my attention. It was the one that I wanted to go for. Okay, the problems with the boom arm was that it's kind of stiff and difficult to move around. And that's basically the biggest problem that I heard about it. And for me it was like, okay, I don't really mind the stiffness of it, because I'm just gonna be playing games in front of my PC. I'm not gonna be recording myself. I'm not gonna do anything like with a camera that's gonna force me to move around and maybe just show and be more expressive in how I act, okay? So for me it kinda didn't sound like a problem at all. But in the comments that I've seen about this boom arm, the biggest one was that all the 1 stars were like, okay, this boom arm is amazing, I really like it. But the problem I have with it is that the cable inside of the boom arm broke, and that basically removes all the qualities of the boom arm, because you have a cable inside of the boom arm, and if it breaks, then you cannot replace it. You cannot do anything. It was kind of like in the last episode with the keyboard example, where sure, the keyboard is amazing, but if this one small element breaks, it's basically a dead duck. You cannot use it anymore. So reading that was like, okay, I really don't want to spend a lot of money only for me to have the microphone die because I have a freaking cable dead instead of the boom arm, so I would need to buy another one or have some really clunky setup. So okay, let's go back to the example of PSA then. The boom arm was really good. The only problems with it was the cable management was kinda bad, because you had to add little velcro like bands on top of the cable, so it was basically free real estate for the cable to move around as it wanted. So that didn't seem ideal. The other problems was, like, from the reviews I've seen about it, was that it can be kinda loud, because some elements inside of it are like spring based or something, and it can squeak quite strongly after some time of use. So no, that wasn't ideal, but it didn't sound bad. But then I discovered that there is a PSA 1 Plus. So I'm kinda like, okay, maybe they improved some things. And while looking at the review of the new boom arm, it kind of seemed like they fixed everything about the old one. It kind of seemed like the Tor 404 keyboard example again. Because, okay, the problems with the PSA 1, cable management, they fixed that. They have these little plastic bits on top of it that you can stick your cable inside of that just holds the cable, unlike a Velcro material. Other thing, you could pinch your fingers on the metal bits of the boom arm, which, while isn't too big of a deal, it can be annoying. And the last problem was, like, if the microphone that you're using isn't heavy enough, which Shure SM7B is heavy enough, but if it's not heavy enough, or you just remove the microphone, it's just gonna fling up. The boom arm is just gonna try to hit something practically. So no, those three things were fixed. The cable management was fixed with the plastic bits, the pinching your fingers was fixed with this material thing, and the last thing was just, I don't know, made better, so it just doesn't want to fling up. So no, 3 good changes, pretty good, so that kind of made me want to get more. There were also some smaller changes, like how you can just put the microphone on the thing. So you know, that was a lot of things that were kind of minor improvements, but overall it's such a big difference if you have all of these things at once, and it's better to just buy the newer version, it's gonna work well, than to just buy the old version because it's cheaper and be like, oh man, I'm kinda annoyed by being constantly with these cables, man, and I'm pinching my fingers right now. Oh, come on, man. Oh, should have bought the other one. So yeah, those were the different qualities of the boom arm and why I wanted to take it. And you know what? Wait a minute. What did I do in the last episode? I think it was... Oh yeah, I did a plot twist in there somewhere, right? Huh. So wouldn't it be strange if I did another one? Oh yeah, I have the boom arm right now. I have the PSA1. And... man, it's so fucking cool. But okay, let's go back to how I actually acquired it and the history behind it. So, in the past I was thinking about getting a boom arm because, let me be honest, leaning on my chair and having my back constantly just kinda broken because I had to slouch to be close to my microphone was not the best feeling. I mean, I was willing to put up with that, but like, it was kinda annoying over time, not gonna lie. Especially if you had a break and suddenly remembered, oh yeah, this is my position of sitting here. Oh fuck, man. I don't enjoy this at all. So, having a boom arm that allows me to just sit back, relax, is really nice. The other thing is, why I didn't want to have a boom arm was because I have one really big issue with my setup. And that is that... I'm gonna show the picture of the setup right now. And that is that the desk I'm using has these... well, it's not thin. It has a shelf in it, built inside of it, because it's not really a desk for like work or something. It's more for like, I guess, studying, if you want to say that. So that's the biggest issue I had with my setup and why I didn't want to buy a boom arm before. Because I was like, okay, where am I gonna put this boom arm? I guess I can put it like there with my mangas. And I mean, it's kind of far away. I don't know if it's gonna extend far enough for me to be able to use it. I don't know, maybe this little desk I have near my bed and my normal desk. I mean, I guess it could work. Or maybe the chair. Nah, maybe not. Maybe that's a bit too far. So I've bought the boom arm for my birthday. Just ignore that it's still a month early. I kinda bought it early because I was like, okay, I'm gonna be right now recording a lot of videos. So I would much rather have it right now and just maybe make it sit for a while than to just record a bunch of videos, buy it on my birthday and be like, oh yeah, I cannot use it right now for a while. So I kind of bought it for myself for early birthday, and man, I don't know what is about this boom arm, but it feels so professional, man. Like, I don't know, man. It's so fucking cool. It's such a strong, robust item. It's so cool, man. It feels so neat to have. So, the first thing, I take it out of the box, and I try to add it to the bookshelf, and I'm like, okay, that is way too fucking far. Okay, that's not good. Let's try for option number 2, my little desk near my desk. Okay, I could use the bottom shelf. Oh wait, it doesn't fit there. Okay. Maybe the top, but I need to open the like little shelf. Oh god, it doesn't fit there either. Okay. Chair? Nah, that's a dumb idea. I know my desk right now. Oh, it doesn't fit there either. Okay. Maybe window? Nah, that's even fucking more dumb. Oh god, did I just buy an item and I cannot fit it anywhere? But then, a brilliant idea. Let's take out the shelf and just take the whole thing out. I'm not gonna have a shelf after this. And I check it out. Fits in perfectly, man. Like pixel fucking perfect. And I'm like, oh yeah, brilliant idea, Need Healer is here. Fuck yeah, I found a solution for this problem. After that I was fiddling around with it and I discovered another problem. Like the Shure SM7B is gonna have a pop filter by itself, but my microphone doesn't have that feature. So I would need to somehow fit the pop filter somewhere. Do I fit it on the lamp? I tried that at the start, but that seemed like a really fucking dumb idea. So I'm trying to put it anywhere on the boom arm, and it just kinda doesn't fit anywhere. And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be using this without a pop filter though, so like, what do? So I kinda wandered around a bit. Then I came back from work and I'm like, okay, maybe I'm gonna put it on the soft material at the top. And it worked. But there is a small catch though. It does fit on the small material at the top, but it did leave some permanent marks on it, which is a bit of a shame on a new item, to be honest. I was feeling a bit bummed out by that information, but like it's only a visual thing. It's not really gonna matter at all when it comes to the microphone. So okay, I set it up on my desk, and I'm just so delighted by just being able to move it. Like, let me move it. Oh yeah, it's now far away. Wait, I don't want to hit my cat by accident. I can stand up. I'm now standing up. It's okay, it's a bit far away because the pop filter isn't really going after it perfectly, but like, man, it's so fucking cool that I can be so mobile here. I don't need to be just standing in one place. Let me move this a little bit. I don't need to be standing in one place and just be slouched over the desk I am using and over my microphone. And another positive because of that is that this position is so nice to be sitting in, man. It's so just enjoyable. And the cool thing about this also is that I thought it's gonna be more in the way. Like, when I'm picturing a boom arm in my head, I thought it's gonna be like literally in front of my face. I'm not gonna be able to really look at the screen as well, or I'm gonna have some part of the screen just blocked off. I'm not gonna be able to even see it. But actually no, I think I'm seeing more than I did before. Like, it just sits in such a perfect position that I don't really mind it at all. And okay, I kind of forgot one more thing about the boom arm that people were talking about that I didn't mention, and that was the fact that, oh, this is the exact item I wanted to create. And the biggest problem that people had with this PSA 1 Plus boom arm was that this nice material on the side that helps you from pinching your fingers on the metal bits is that there is just plastered all over it the logo of the creator, which is the Rode company. And I can see how that's gonna be a problem for a person that makes like a person with a camera that doesn't want to give us free basically sponsorship to the company. But you literally cannot see me right now. So for me it's not really a problem, or at least it's not too big of a deal that I have to care about it. So I have this set up. It's just so nice, man. It's so enjoyable to be able to just freely move around, be able to finally sit back and relax in my chair. Like, if I had to make a choice, the Marcus chair or this boom arm, oh man, I would take the boom arm 100% of the time. I think that even when sitting on the old wooden chair, this would be relaxing. But yeah, the combo of boom arm plus Marcus chair, oh man, this is so good. Okay, let's create this dragon spear. But yeah, that was the history, the continuation of the history of the stuff that I'm buying. And I think I'm gonna buy the rest of the items in like 2 months, which is gonna be like month after May, or May maybe. I think I want to buy it, would prefer to buy it after May, because then I'm gonna buy it in like 3 rates, maybe. Those sound reasonable. But okay, let's go back to the gameplay of the game, the less interesting part. Okay, so what do we have here? Dragon spear. Oh, let me just mark off that I already talked about this topic then. Okay, so let's just do what we're supposed to do in the game. Dragon spear. A spear that contains the power of a dragon. So I'm gonna be a bit more focused on creating this whole set right now, because I'm really interested in getting it, because it's the last set that we don't have in the game, so I really want to get it. I don't know if you can see the sets right here. It doesn't appear so, alright. But alright, let's create it. Oh, it looks so cool. Okay, what do we have here? A spear that contains the power of a dragon. I already read that. Okay, that's pretty cool. So that's all the items that I want to have. Okay, let's go back and check out if I can do something with these pebbles. Doesn't appear so. Okay, so let's change them into the bigger rocks then. Yeah. The next goal... Okay, maybe cannonball? Doesn't sound like a bad idea. It's missing the cannon, but you can still drop it on something. Wait, I thought you were gonna just throw it because it's, you know, we're in a metal unit. It's kind of a strong item. Sorry, a strong machinery, so I thought we were gonna be able to do that. I guess not, we're gonna just drop it below us. Frozen Starlight. A whip that freezes everything it touches. I wonder if it can be created into some ultimate whip. Never mind. It's a shame. I thought there's gonna be like a flame and frost whip where you attack once it's a frozen whip, you attack second time it's a flaming whip, you attack third time and it's both at once. That's a missed opportunity on the devs. Like a lot of other stuff in this game. What the fuck is this? What the hell was that? Okay, I kinda wanna check out what I can create with that. Ooh, this. Oh, I didn't know that item is to create something else. Master Gun. A gun crafted through the combination of several guns. Incredibly powerful. We had this crystal weapon. Even in the last episode, I'm pretty sure. Oh, that's a shame, man. Wait, what is this Dragon Rake? Okay. Dragon Rake. A weapon that generates an incredible amount of energy. Okay. That looks pretty good. Yo? Holonade. Hologram technology used to fool enemies into getting close to a trap. Aurora. Okay, there's a lot of items that Oh, you see! This is kind of the grenade version of the whip that I wanted to make. You just use everything on it. Man, a shame. But that's a lot of items. I didn't expect this to happen. I don't know if I need the ruler's armor. No, so Savage Girl, I kind of need your help. Not like that though. Okay, I have this item like 20 times today. What the hell is going on? We're gonna keep this 100%. We need to keep this. Keep this. There's a lot of items that I want to keep though. Oh, that's not good. All of these are kinda useless, so I can remove them. Savage Girl, please give me something else. Wait, was this the item that I wanted to create? Wait. Sorry for being a weaponist, but I thought this weapon and this weapon are gonna be the exact same. Wildcat. A weapon with a couple removed parts to make it lighter. Yeah, this was the thing I wanted to create. I've seen better. Can I craft something out of this? Oh? Yeah, you can see that No, wait. Yeah, I wanted to craft this, so I'm gonna have to remove that. Oh. Master Sword. A blade crafted by combining all the famous swords. Exerts enormous power. Oh. Why did I remove this biohazard, or what was called? A shame, man. A shame. Okay. This is the crafting episode, I guess. I'm gonna keep this. Okay. This got me excited. So let's get through this and I'm gonna be going on topic number 2. Okay, this weapon is kinda nice because it... Okay, this... Never mind, this gun is the best. It allows me to just attack freely through walls. Like, it's so good. I'm not quite sure how do you upgrade it. But after we upgrade all the items, I think we're gonna go to the boss that killed us in the past. Oh, it's gonna be so exciting to go back there. A lot of useless stuff though. Oh, Judgment. My beloved. Oh, garbage. Not my beloved. Wait, can you do something out of the cannon? Nope. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Although I was a bit weaker than I was in the previous episode. So I guess the sniper rifle on Falcone would be way more useful than this thing. It seems kinda bad. Let's remove the item that I had here prepared. Oh, we have a lot of storage actually. Okay, let's keep it then. Wait, why do I have so much storage? I thought I didn't have place for anything. Strange. You know what, I have an idea, but I'm gonna have to take some time here. So there's probably gonna be a cut here. Oh, never mind, there is not a cut, there is a crystal axis! Let's go! Wait, I didn't have this before. Wait, what? I swear we had this. An axis encased in crystal. No one knows how it's still able to function. Okay, that seems really freaking good. I can remove a lot of these items. I don't really want to spend my crystals right now. Okay, so I've moved it around a little bit so that the weapons are gonna be on the top, the like more basic items are gonna be on the bottom, and the potions that I want to use are gonna be at the bottom of the bank, so I can just, if I need them, I go grab them. But I'm kinda stocking up on the potions because I want to really be prepared for the fight with the spider boss again, because that thing kinda beat me last time, and I want to be ready. But okay, now it's gonna be time for the second topic, which I kind of wanted to delay till the end of the recording, but I don't think there is a point in doing that, so it's gonna be why I'm delaying the episodes of Long Live the Queen. Okay, so a bit of a backstory for me. I always wanted to be a voice actor. Like the past games I played when I was younger, like World of Warcraft or Sony, really made me see these characters that talk as really something cool. So I kind of always wanted to pursue something like a career in that field, or at least a hobby. And the most memorable things that characters from the past are like human male from World of Warcraft and male blood elf, or the conductor, or how he is, the Baron, I think, from the Sony 2. And I still kinda remember the voice lines of the conductor or Baron. And this voice line is not gonna be pretty, but hear me out on this. I do remember him saying it something like, "Ooh, scratchy bitch," or something like that. I don't know. It's such a fucking weird way of saying it, and it took me till like I was 15 to realize what he was actually saying there. But it's such a bizarre way of voicing a character that kind of fits the character that the person was playing. So I kind of was always interested in that field, and years later, you know, when I started to make these videos with, because I discovered editing software that I was really happy to work with, unlike my previous one, and it kind of made me want to record more series. At the start it was just Katana Zero, and I wanted to show someone the game, the story, and just kinda show it and how cool the game was, without really adding a lot of the boring and not interesting stuff like many attempts of each try of clearing a level. So then I got a microphone and I decided to record Hotline Miami, and I got into that. And over the time when I was recording, I kind of just discovered how awful I am at this. Like when reading stuff, I easily stutter, I read quite slowly, I make a lot of mistakes while reading, which adds a lot of time when it comes to editing and just, you know, recording. And how often my characters just sound bad. And some of the stuff there I was able to improve over time, like reading slowly. I was able to fix that when playing, well, Metal Unit, which is one thing that I can say that I can thank this game for, is that it kind of forced me to read text way faster than I am used to normally, because I don't want characters to just sound slowly. Also discovered how awful pretending to be different voices is, so I kind of stick to what I originally wanted to do, which is having like this one monotone voice that I would kind of slightly change for other characters. And I kind of wanted to be this way because years before I even started recording, when I was playing Stardew Valley for the first time, I think, I kind of binge listened to all of the videos of Mark Narration, who's a lovely guy that reads Reddit posts, mostly Am I the Asshole or r/relationships, and he does it in such a great way. I was able to just binge listen to like 1000 episodes of this, because he just has this one voice for all the characters, which means that you are not gonna be like, okay, this character is obviously gonna be the bad guy because he voiced it in such a way. And he also reads the comments under each post and just shares his own opinion, which makes you really enjoy the content more, because, well, you can see different points of view of like him, what his experience is and what he thinks, and some of the comments section. So because of his videos, I was really keen on making my voices more similar to each other, so that when I play a game I kind of just don't give a character 20 voices, and I kind of stick around to it, although I did change it in my first anniversary, which I'm not really too proud of. And overall I kind of just dealt with my problems as reading and stuff like that over the years while making these videos. And you know, I thought it's just normal to be this way. I thought that a lot of people just cut out the annoying parts that you don't want to share. Well, because that's just kind of how it looks on YouTube normally. You just kind of remove the boring parts of videos. And I was this way until my PC broke down. At that moment I watched some video. I don't exactly remember how it was called, but it was like building a machine that makes you not hear your own voice. And this person was just at a convention of like singers and a music festival overall, something like that. And a lot of people there, just when reading, they just kind of nailed a text that I never seen before, and just being able to read it no problem until the machine worked. And that just made me feel so jealous and envious, because, well, I do waste a lot of time on these videos just recording and editing just to be able to remove that part. So seeing that other people just don't struggle with it at all is just not a great feeling to have. So after that I kinda watched another video of some other person, like a short of a person that learns different skills and just kinda learns from day to day something else. And this specific video was about speed reading and how an average person reads at like 180 to 200 words a minute or something like that. So after that video I was kind of like, okay, that's kind of an interesting fact. I might check it out when I get my PC back. But when I still didn't have my PC back, I kind of wanted to practice reading out loud so that I can be more consistent. So I turned on my one of my what was called Long Live the Queen videos and just kind of try to read out and see if I can get better at this, because it kind of felt bad that I did this for like 2 years and I still was kind of worse than people that never practiced it at all. So I kind of tried to do it, and when watching the Long Live the Queen video I kind of thought about one thing that always just kind of bummed me out. I never really thought about before, and that is that I sometimes close my left eye if I really want to focus on the text and I want to really be able to read it. So I was kind of confused by that fact. I kind of searched around if that's something common or not. Nothing really useful came up, so I was like, okay, maybe I'm gonna try to read something on my phone with my right eye closed and my left eye closed. So I closed my left eye, everything seemed fine. I closed my right eye and everything just was blurry, which I don't know how I didn't notice that before. But I discovered that I guess my left eye was way more broken than I thought before when it comes to just seeing. As I don't know, I can give an example, like when I'm on my PC and I wanna read some comments on videos, if I close my right eye and only look with the left one, I basically cannot read at all. It's just basically a blur. So when I discovered that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to a oculist and have that checked out. I went the free route, so I went to a doctor. I was like, hey, I wanna have a checkup with a oculist and, you know, stuff like that. And he was like, okay bro, have this like little dinghy that you can make an appointment with. So I kinda have my appointment with a close oculist, which by close I mean like kilometers away, because I live in the middle of nowhere, so and nothing is really close. So I have the appointment. I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna be going to the oculist like when? This like 10th or 11th month of the year right now, so I'm probably gonna have it by the end of the year, or at least in the early like January maybe. So then I look at the date, March, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's not even close to the end of the year. How? March? That's so far away. So then I look at the actual date, March 22nd. That's not even March, that's more of a fucking April, man. That's like 6 months after. That's like, what the fuck? But during the time that I was, well, still with the... I'm still on the... before the appointment right now. So I'm kinda just sitting there like, what the fuck? But I kinda was still thinking about the video I watched, because when I'm really close to a screen, I still can read normally with my left eye, so it kinda didn't make sense for me not to be able to read easily. Like, sure, if my left eye is kind of wrong with a distance, like, I can see why that would be a problem, but even when I'm close to a screen, it seems just not working correctly. So I was really suspicious of what my left eye was doing, and was more, well, I was more observant with it. I was just kinda wondering if there's just something rare with me that's wrong, that just kinda makes me not be able to do this at all and never get better. So then I kinda discovered that in the mirror that one of my eyes just look in a different direction than my other eye. So after seeing that I was like, okay, I mean I'm kinda used to seeing that, so I don't think it's something weird, but maybe there's something like one eye cross-eye, although I don't think something like that even exists, so I don't know, maybe I'm gonna check out that at work. So I check it out at work, looking at my phone, and I discovered that it's actually a thing, and apparently it has like a 2% chance in kids to appear, and I'm pretty sure that I had this since I was a child, so that's cool. So after that I kinda was relieved that I finally discovered that what's wrong, and there is a chance of fixing it. And you know, I didn't just think that because I saw it once in a mirror and was like, okay, yeah, that's 100% what I have, yeah. Like, no, I look at the, well, effects of the having one crossed eye, and literally everything was exactly how I lived my life. So it seemed reasonable to assume, although I'm not gonna say that's a 100% chance. That's what's wrong, because self-diagnosis isn't really a good idea, no matter how sure you are about something. So after that I kind of just was relieved, and I decided to just kinda do a speed test after I finally got my PC back at how fast I'm reading, and I discovered that my reading speed is like 100 to 120 words per minute, which is like half of a normal person, which did explain a lot of things. Because, okay, I would guess a reasonable assumption is that my talking speed is like 150 to 180 words per minute. So when reading stuff out loud, I'm gonna of course be trying to read 150 words per minute. And the problem there is that I'm reading faster out loud than I'm reading and being able to actually diagnose the words that I'm reading with my brain. So yeah, of course I'm gonna be struggling to read out loud if I have to guess the next word or have to say it before my brain even realizes what the word actually is. So I was kinda practicing reading and stuff like that, although I'm not really too thrilled about that right now, because after you discover that there is something wrong with your vision, it's just kinda difficult to unsee it suddenly. Because, you know, if you have a problem with, I don't know, let's say your hand, you're gonna know it. It's kind of obvious to know. But if you have a problem with your vision, it's kind of just a thing that you kinda live with. So it's not really a thing that you realize that you have until you discover it by accident, or someone other just discovers it. So that kinda just made me lose a lot of the like motivation to play Long Live the Queen. Because, you know, I just kinda don't want to play a game that's gonna take me way longer to create videos on than it should. So I'm gonna just waiting for the visit to the oculist and seeing if something can be done with it. Ah, right, I kinda missed one point there. I always wanted to, on this channel, record videos that about like story-driven games like RPG makers and visual novels, because I always found them to be really nice. And back in gymnasium when I was not feeling great, you know, feeling like death, I remember just watching Cub Scouts and what I mentioned before in the like pre-last episode of Coma 1. Like yeah, watching these games, these visual novels, RPG makers and stuff like that always just made me feel better at that time, so I kinda wanted to do something same, record similar type of games and just maybe try to make someone else also feel better, like I did back then. And just kinda discovering that I cannot really read well, it's kinda broke me, because I basically can pour a lot more effort to make these videos, a lot more effort to record them, a lot more effort to edit them, to make them sound normal, and it's always just gonna be worse quality than someone that just can read. So that's the history behind Long Live the Queen. The plan I have right now with the videos I have is that I want to finish the Coma 2, beat that game, and maybe then I'm gonna switch to Long Live the Queen, and that's gonna be the like new Coma, and I'm gonna play it till I get a ending there, a positive one. So yeah, that's kinda why Long Live the Queen wasn't really on the channel, and well, it's gonna stay that way. I said until like early April, but I think it's gonna stay that way until like, I don't know, till Coma is finished, which I don't know when that's gonna be. And also I kind of did more like trying to read faster, and I don't know, I was kind of able to get better at reading. I think I gained speeds from like that 100 and 120 to like 150 to my absolute peak was 180, but I still I'm not great at it, so I don't know, I hope that it's gonna get better with time after we visit. But okay, let's go on to some other topic then. This video originally was supposed to release in early April, but I didn't want to leave it on a depressing update, so it took a bit longer for it to release. So let me continue from where I ended here. So on March 28th, I think, I went to the oculist, as I said in this video, and it took about 1 hour to drive there. I went to the doctor. The doctor was like, okay, so what seems to be the problem? I was like, 1, I feel like my eyesight has gotten worse over time, and 2, I feel like my left eye is cross-eyed. So they looked at papers from my last oculist visit, which was like 7 to 8 years ago, and they were like, okay, it states here that you have left eye cross-eye, which was a bit of a surprise for me because I looked at the documents and I couldn't find that, but sure. I guess it was just written in a way that I couldn't understand it. Is there something else? And I was like, okay, well, is there a way of fixing that or something? And doctor was like, your right eye is the main eye, and that it basically takes all the effort of both of the eyes. I was like, cool, is there a way of fixing that though? They just ignored me, basically. Is there anything else? And I was like, sure, well, 1, my vision has gotten worse, and 2, I have a cross eye. I would like to fix any of that. And doctor said, do you have glasses? I said, yeah. The doctor said, why you didn't bring them? I was like, well, my vision has gotten worse, like that kinda implies that the glasses don't exactly work for me anymore. So, I didn't state it here, but fuck me, that doctor was so condescending towards me. It was just so painful to be there, even if it lasted only like 5 to 10 minutes. Then there was some kind of test with some machine, and doctor was like, yep, you still have left eye cross-eye. So, please come back after 1 year to revisit. And to be honest, I just don't understand why would I ever come back there. Like, sure, there was one test to see if there is still a problem, but like, apparently after 7 to 8 years nothing changed. So what's the point of me even coming back there? Just to feel crushed again? Don't exactly feel thrilled about that. So after that I bit the bullet. I paid for an actual private oculist, because apparently public one was just there to not help at all, I guess. So then the private oculist was around, I don't know when, like April 10th or 20th. No, like more like 20th, I guess. So I come there, the doctor was like, okay, what seems to be the problem? I'm like, okay, number 1, I feel like my vision has gotten worse. 2, I know that I have left eye cross-eye. Is there a way to fix that? And doctor said, okay, surgery at this age isn't a possibility because there is a chance of double vision at this point. I'm like, okay, maybe not. I would honestly prefer to lose the eye than to suddenly have it work even less. So let me test how the eye is looking. So there was some kind of test of me following some object, and apparently my cross eye isn't too bad. I just need to build up the muscles in the eye by following an object. So that was kinda neat to discover that this wasn't the biggest problem I thought, unlike the previous Oculus, I guess. And after that there were just normal tests with my vision, and it was kinda wild because when doing the lenses for the left eye, I thought the left eye was just a lost cause at that point, to be honest. But I could actually read from a distance. Like, it wasn't a 20/20 vision, but it was neat to actually be able to see something with it. So after that I went out and got glasses, and before I talk about that, I think I want to say something here. I also discovered that my old glasses were, well, not really made for just me. It's kind of difficult to explain, but I said before that my left and right eye lens seemed kind of switched or something like that. And I think I was incorrect. I think these glasses were just basically meant to be more of a placebo, I guess, because both of the lenses were the exact same. And after reading the receipt of what my vision was, well, I discovered that the eyes were vastly different in what's wrong with them. So the fact that both of the lenses were the same just kind of didn't make sense. So yeah, the old glasses did help a little bit, but I wish I knew that they were not really meant for being used in this way, and that my vision could have gotten worse over time and I just didn't notice. So let's go back to getting the new glasses. I went out and I kind of wondered what glasses I wanted to have. At the start I kind of wanted to have glasses like Beard from Hotline Miami 2, but I've decided to go against it because those type of glasses were, I feel like, really common. At least I know of 3 people who wear the exact same glasses as that, so yeah, I mean they're good, but like, I don't know, I want something that's not just something that everyone else wears, you know? So I went from my normal circular glasses to more of these like rectangle ones. I kind of was afraid of how it's gonna be difficult to clean them, but they're not too bad, I don't think. After buying the like outer edges of the glasses and not the lenses still. And I had to wait for that. I was so fucking stressed out, man. Like, I thought the glasses would fix either everything or I would be disappointed. So it was kinda nerve-wracking, and I didn't take too much time when it comes to picking the glasses that I wanted to wear. So I was also afraid that I kinda chose too fast, and the ones that I chose are not gonna fit me at all. I mean, they will fit me when it comes to looks, but they might not fit me and be just uncomfortable to wear. So 1 week passed, I got the glasses, I put them on, and instantly I got a headache, and it was so fucking weird, man. Like, all the colors I looked at were just slightly changed, and my left eye could just see normally, like from a distance, which was really weird to feel because, well, I kind of thought that it's gonna be a lost cause at this point. So it was so fucking weird to just be able to see with it again. But yeah, I got an instant headache when wearing them. I just felt nauseous, which kinda points out at how fucking big of a issue I had with my eyes. And during the first day it was kind of a hell. It was okay. I was advised to not wear them, or because it can be bad for me. Well, my headache is gonna be bad and I might actually vomit. But when I took them off, it was like fucking double the effects of what was of my headache and just feeling nauseous. So I was in the state of, okay, should I keep them on? Should I just put them down? Because, okay, both of the choices kinda just made my head feel pain. So after that, I just came back home. It was nice to finally be able to, well, see with my left eye. And since then, I was practicing reading every day. And I don't know, man. Like, on one hand, I do feel better when reading. But on the other, I just... it still feels bad. But I do have to just basically fight a lifelong of bad habits when it comes to reading. So maybe... I don't know, maybe it's gonna get better. Maybe it's just gonna stay bad. Who knows? I'm kind of like, at average, I would say 160 words a minute, which is way better than when I started. And I do definitely feel better when reading on a page, like a paper. Because right now I'm basically able to read like 23 to 26 pages of Overlord in like 52 minutes. And before it was like 20 pages in 2 hours. So no, I think it was like that at least. So no, it's so nice to just be able to read something and just not feel like it's a complete waste of time. Because having to spend 2 times as much time to just enjoy something is... yeah, it doesn't sound fun. And since I got the glasses, I was already able to read 1 full volume of Overlord. I think it only took me like 10 to 11 hours. And before it took me like 3 days at work. But you know, okay, at work, yeah, there's some stress, there are some other things. It was like 36 hours combined of working. So it's not like I had full attention at the book. But I definitely don't feel like if I just came to work right now and I was reading like this again, like I was at my odd job, I think I would be able to easily just read a volume in 2 days, or at least by half of the second day I would be just, oh god, I have nothing to read. So no, it just feels nice to be able to enjoy books and not feel like it's just a complete waste of time for me. And you know, some days I just wake up and still feel like shit about my ability to read. It just feels kinda, well, depressing. And not exactly for the reasons I explained in this video. Like, since I recorded that, I had an idea of how I should record the dialogue in games and how I should read like notes in, for example, the comma. So it's way easier for me to edit and be way more fluent in it. And since that idea came up, I was able to easily edit just in the background. I don't have to fully focus on the video to edit it and try to make it sound normal. Right now I just can listen to some music in the background. Because before I had to fully focus on it. Right now I just can do it while I'm waiting for something else or something like that. So it's kind of a nice change. So the reading situation with that isn't too bad. But the thing that depresses me most about it is just the fact that some games are just off limit for me. Like, for example, Katana Zero. Like, I fucking love that game, but there's no fucking way I would ever record it like I would a usual series. Because I would just not feel confident in my abilities to be able to read the dialogue there. So yeah, that's the part that mostly sucks. And the fact that games like, well, let's say Milk Inside a Bag of Milk. It has a really loud music that's very distinct and changes often. And it also has sounds of characters talking. So when I take multiple tries per dialogue, it's incredibly noticeable. And kinda disrupts the flow of watching the video. There's also like stuff, for example, like in Long Live the Queen, where there's animations on the screen, like when there was the ball, or when casting the magic. Watching the video there was incredibly bad. Because it's just nauseous when some animations are on the screen, and they constantly change because I need to cut the video every time to just make the dialogue go forward. So those are the things that just kinda suck most about this. It also sucks that, well, I need to take way longer to make the videos, but I guess I can live with that. It sucks, but, well, it's not as bad as it was before. because of the new way of recording these dialogues. But okay, that's it for the topic of reading. I also wanted to mention one thing in this video that I just completely forgot about, and I'll not really blame myself for that. And that is that even before I started recording, I always just wanted to have a channel where I would play like visual novels and play with someone else. Like, I voice one character, the other person voices another character. Because I always remember the times that I actually enjoyed in gymnasium, when at breaks in school I was sitting next to a class with my friend and we were just reading mangas together. And the mangas were like Hetalia and Exictus Letalis, I don't remember the name. But yeah, I didn't expect for that to actually happen though, the fact that I would record with someone else. But it's nice that it happened since I recorded the video and before it even released. So that's a nice thing. But okay, that's it for this video. It wasn't the easiest to record, it wasn't easy to edit either, and even this part it isn't nice to record. But at least it's done. I finally have this off my chest. This just misery. So yeah, I'm just gonna go off now and go read some Kawaii Scotland light novel. Because before I got these glasses I just was completely out of steam when it comes to reading. I haven't read anything for almost half a year, basically since the new year. So yeah, it's nice that I finally came back to it and I can enjoy reading once again. I'm not gonna be reading any mangas though, because I'm kinda fucking broke. But besides that, I don't know. I'm feeling mixed. On one hand, I'm happy. It's definitely better than before. But on the other hand, I just don't know if I can get better at reading. Do I have to destroy the old bad habits that I basically had for my whole life, or is this a wall that I just won't be able to overcome? But that's gonna be a problem for the future Need Healer. Current me will enjoy some light novels. So yeah, that's it for today. Bye bye.
Broken.